Today, we're going to use the Noon Finance app to see how much that Starbucks addiction is really going to be costing you in the long run. So, we've made two profiles here, one where you make coffee at home and one where you go get coffee every day at Starbucks. Let's jump right to the cash flow sheet because the two balance sheets are identical. This is one that we've used in the past for examples, but we're assuming we're debt free and we've got some assets. But we go to the cash flow page and we've got just some lump sum number of expenses, some rent, and then we've got our drive-through coffee. I'm not just going to plug in a fixed range here of $100. $100 would be a $5 cup of coffee 5 days a week times 4 weeks a month. We're going to say $50 a month is average, plus or minus 50. So maybe there's a month where you get no drive-through coffee, and then maybe there's a month where you go crazy and get $100 worth. We're going to take all of our savings at the end of each month and put it in a brokerage account. And then here in our homemade coffee scenario, our homemade coffee is going to be baked into this $4,000 a month. And the main difference is we don't have that additional line item for Starbucks here, or whatever coffee company you like to go through. Don't sue me, Starbucks. So instead of going to the forecast and looking at each one, let's just jump right to the comparison. We're going to see what that drive-through or whatever store coffee habit is going to be costing you over each of these time horizons. So, okay, luckily, if you fall into the camp of buying your drive-through coffee and you're nervous here, the difference after 5 years is not big enough to show up on the plot, so that's not bad news. It looks like your difference here in your net worth, your median projected net worth, is about $3,000, so 213.4 versus 213.1. That's not so bad. Let's look at it after 10 years. Median net worth projection is 361.9K versus 356K. Okay, so it's about, $5,000 over 10 years. In the grand scheme of things, is that really a big deal if you enjoy that drive-through coffee? Let's see 20 years. If you continue these habits after 20 years and your income and expenses don't change at all, here's the path you're on. That's about a 20K difference in your net worth. And the main difference here is that you've got that, say $0 to $100 a month that you could have been investing in the stock market. And so that's why after these long time horizons, the numbers are so drastic. And so it is after 30 years. Net worth would be 1.9 million versus 1.8 million if you've got your drive-through coffee habit. Your band of net worth, so your likely range is slightly higher. It's the same range difference here. It's just shifted a little bit higher for the case where you're doing your homemade coffee and you're super disciplined. But here's a hot take. This number is, it's not insignificant, $100,000 after 30 years. But it's not big enough to sweat. I've seen other videos make a big deal out of what big of a dollar difference that is. But, in my opinion, I think these projections are showing that it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it.